Hey, what's up, y'all? First of all, I gotta apologize for doing phone videos. I don't have a nice camera or tripod or anybody to come film me doing this, so I'm just gonna sit it down wherever with the little reverse feature, and hopefully it'll be sufficient enough for me to show y'all something real quick. Today I wanted to talk about hatch peppers because they're in season right now. You know, football season, summertime. It's a trending thing right now. Like if you go to HEB, man, they got like a whole aisle, whole stand full of hatch shit, like tortillas, fucking chips, salsas, and bottles of salsas. And so that's what I'm gonna show you today. I'm gonna make a sauce with it, because you know most people think you just roast them on the barbecue pit with your meat, or you put them in the oven, and that's a good technique because it'll bring out the natural sweetness of it. But there's other shit you could do with it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a sauce real quick. Well, not real quick. It actually takes a few hours. It is time consuming, but it's worth it. Or you could just hit me up and I'll sell you some. That too. But yeah, it's basically like an overgrown jalapeno. And the term hatch is general. It's not a specific pepper. They come from New Mexico, a little, I think it's called like the village of Hatch or some shit like that. There's probably a good handful of them that all kind of look the same. They're elongated like that. They have similar taste, similar smell. Not too spicy. It does sting a little bit, but it doesn't linger. And so that's basically it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the stems first, just like that. You can cut it off with a knife, but we tend to cut off a little more than we should, and I'm pretty adamant about using the whole ingredient no matter what it is, especially when I'm doing sauces, because you're just going to blend this shit up anyways. So just take off all the stems like this, and then in just a minute we'll get to washing them. Alright, so I got all the stems off. I got them all rinsed up. They're all good now. So we're going to go ahead and take them apart, but I'm not going to use a knife because there's some that are weird shape. Obviously it's kind of hard to know where to get started if you're using a knife. And personally, I just like to use my hands. But if you're going to do this, I'd recommend putting on some gloves because they got capsaicin. The shit will burn. Maybe not right now, but you'll feel it later, I promise. But all you do, excuse me, all you do is you just grab it like that. And you just start squeezing it. Just twist it, squeeze it. You hear it crunching and ripping. And then you basically, check it out. See how it kind of just tears like that. Just pull those strips apart. Be careful not to yank it though, because it's got seeds inside. You're going to fling them all over the place. You're going to make a mess. So once you got your strips, you just start taking those into smaller pieces. And what that does is it ends up giving you kind of like flatter little pieces as opposed to the curvature. And so when you go to put it in your pan or whatever, it's going to have more contact with that heated surface. It's going to cook it a little more thoroughly, and you're just going to end up with some better results essentially. Alright, so I got a sweet onion here. I'm only using half of it though. I just cut it into like kind of little strips. And like garlic, just gonna do a few cloves. Probably these are kind of small, so I'm gonna do like 5 of them. So remember, I was using the whole bag of hatch peppers. So that's about a whole bag of hatch peppers, half an onion, about 5 cloves of garlic. Alright, so I got a pan on the stove here going. Basically just put some oil, throw in your onions and your garlic, just the way we had them. As soon as they get kind of translucent, a little soft, we're ready for the peppers. I'm just going to throw in that bowl that I have full of them, already ripped up. Just everything, seeds and all. And the same thing, we're just going to stir this up, maybe add a little more oil if you need to so it doesn't dry out. And just keep stirring until it gets real soft, probably about 10 minutes like this. Alright, so after about 15 minutes of stirring the peppers, they got nice and soft, real mushy. And then I threw in some water, just a good amount, now it's kind of soupy. I put in some salt, some pepper, a little bit of sugar just to reinforce the sweetness in there. I threw in a little bit of oregano also, and then I'm also going to put a little bit of this balsamic vinegar. Oh shit. So again, there's no real measurements, just what you feel. So I'm just gonna, you know, it's probably like a couple teaspoons or so. I'm gonna stir that in, and I'm just gonna leave it here over some high heat. Just kind of let it simmer real nice for another 10-15 minutes. Alright, so everything is kind of well incorporated now, but I did forget something. I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of flour. Again, I don't really measure, but it's probably, say put just a little under like a quarter of a cup, something like that. Just put that in. We're gonna stir that in real good, and then leave it for another 10 minutes or so, just so it cooks out that raw taste of the flour. Alright, so I got it all blended up already. So whole bag of peppers, man, it's not that much. And it's pretty thick right now. That's because it's still kind of chunky, even though it blended pretty good. So I'm gonna take it out here with a scoop, and then I have a real fine mesh strainer. I'm just gonna pass it into this. I don't like putting too much at one time though. I'm just gonna put a few big scoops, and then use like another spoon or something, just to kind of mix it around in there. Alright, so I got everything pushed through now, and what I'm left with is this real chunky stuff right here, which kind of looks like baby food. You could probably eat it with some chips or something, but I'm going to save it and make a little chimichurri with it later. Chimichurri basically it's basically like a paste like that, but it has a lot more stuff in it, some fresh herbs, some spices and whatnot. And you can use it like as a marinade for some meat before you throw it on the grill, or whenever you cook something on the grill, you take it off, you can use that chimichurri as a garnish. It works really good either way. But back to the sauce, I got it all straightened out. It's a real nice silky consistency, and I mean, honestly, you could probably just go ahead and serve it just like this. But I'm trying to show you how to make some gourmet stuff, and going the extra mile is really what makes a difference. So I'm gonna throw it back on the stove and let it simmer for maybe like another 10-15 minutes. If you feel like it needs more salt, you could put it at that time, and then after that, we're gonna strain it once more. And then after we strain it, whisk in a little bit of butter, and it'll be good to go. Alright, y'all, so if you have any questions about that last video, just message me, because I did leave out a few details towards the end. I was getting tired of finding places to put the phone to where I could see what I was doing without falling over, and it was getting kind of annoying. I got frustrated, and I kind of went into fuck it mode and just sped through the thing. But I'm sure you got a general idea of how it's done. Keep in mind, though, that you can use different types of peppers once these go out of season. You can put different spices. You can put stock instead of water. You can finish it with some heavy whipping cream. You can finish it with some coconut cream. Man, I love doing sauces. This is my favorite thing to do, and I'm gonna share some more with y'all too. But for now, I'm gonna finish up with this little Hatch thing. I bought some thinly sliced top sirloin, and then I cut it into little strips with some red bell pepper and some strips of Hatch pepper. So I made some Hatch fajitas. And then I bought some chicken drumsticks, cut them, pushed them into those little chicken pops, and then I marinated them in that chimichurri I told y'all I was gonna make. Roasted them in the oven for a little bit, came out good. Put the sauce on the plate, put those two things on there, and it looks like some 5-star shit. I'm not even joking. So think about this. How much do you spend whenever you go out to eat? Me, I could tell you there was months when I would spend more going out to eat than I would pay for my car note and insurance. That's including insurance, man. It would be several $100s. I must have thought I was balling or something. But anyways, this, I don't know if I just told you, but this is probably under $20. No joke. So you can do this, man. I know you know how to cook chicken. And I know you know how to do fajitas. It's not hard. All you need is this sauce right here. You can make the sauce, but like I said, it is a little time consuming, or hit me up for it. I'll sell you. Check it out. Hold up. Alright, look, I froze a bunch of them. I'll sell you 8 ounces of it for $3. That's enough for 2 plates right there. That's enough for you and your girl and you and your man if you want to cook for them. Just melt that real quick. Well, not melt it, thaw it. Put a little butter in it. Finish it with that cream, like I told you, or something else. Even a little, some cognac or something. Shit. And then just plate it real nice. Y'all don't even gotta go out. Y'all got it all right there. Just add some rice or something, because I don't got no starch right here. And that's basically it. I want to thank y'all for tuning in for the first episode of H Time Dine. Sounds kind of tight, right? H Time Dine. You get it? All right, I got it. I like it. So that's what I'm gonna go with, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, peace.